Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Average Video Gamers Podcast. Today, we're going to talk about God of War Lafaya, getting its release date finally for next year. And then we also have a very interesting topic of talking about the end of physical media in video games and whether or not we're actually going, if we're really ready for the infrastructure of all that. But that's going to be right after the intro, and welcome. Ooh, all right, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. It is just, again, me and Colin. It might be me and Colin just for a little bit, or going forward for a couple of bits. So we're just gonna figure everything out as we go. But let's start off with the Lafayette news of getting a release date of, what was it? I just had it, February 16th, 2027. So about 6 months, 7 months out. Colin, have you ever played the newer God of Wars?
I watched my wife play the first of the reboot
Yeah.
2 timeline, whatever. By the way, I think it's pronounced Lafay. I don't.
Lafay.
It's
I don't-
Laufey.
Yes.
Lafay. Or Fay for short. Says.
Yeah, Faye. I'm just gonna honestly, I'm just gonna stick with that. Faye is easier. It's a lot easier. I'm excited about it. I thought it looked pretty interesting. I mean, it's more God of the War, more God of the War, more God of War,
God of the War.
God of the War. I really did enjoy, God of the. Oh my god, I almost did it again. I really did enjoy God of War 2018 and Ragnarok quite a bit, actually. So I am excited to get to the third installment and just have something different than Kratos. I honestly thought we were going to get Atreus for the third entry, but maybe we'll get that for a fourth entries. Maybe. But what did you think about watching your wife play through it and do all that noise?
I thought it was fine. I'm going to get a lot of hate from God of War, new God of War fans, but it was fine. It was fine. Not my game.
That's fair.
I had no interest in playing that one or Ragnarok. Or she hasn't even played Ragnarok yet, but she did like the first one.
That's good.
But
I honestly, so I skipped God of War 1, 2, and 3. I've never played them. I don't think I've even ever touched them as a video game before. I think I only played the new one because it was more Norse mythology, and I was more into that than Greek mythology. But looking at what this one's gonna be, I don't know really anything about it. I just know they're in like, I don't want to, the afterlife of gods, I guess is what it is. I'm not really sure, but I think that's an interesting concept, so I'm looking forward to it. I'll definitely give it a shot. I'll probably buy it. Do I really want to spend $70 on it? Maybe. It's not like Wolverine for me, where I like Wolverine's 100% gonna be I'm playing that.
that's a Sony exclusive, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I'll just have to come over to your place.
Yes.
And play it because
I know from what I heard about Wolverine, I know it's gonna be a lot different than Spider-Man. Like it's not. It's more. I don't want to say Uncharted esque, but like I know it's more story driven. It's not as open world as Spider-Man. there may be. I'm not positive. I'm kind of talking out of my ass a little bit. I don't think it's. I think it might have open world components, but like I think it's basically going to be A to B like setup. You know what I mean?
Like how God of War did it with the boats and traveling
Exactly.
to different points.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna have somewhat of an open space, maybe, but not really.
I think
But
it works better for Wolverine. Spider-Man is
you,
in a designated area
yeah, you want to
in the
swing.
comics like all the time. So it's like totally acceptable for New York. But Wolverine all over the place unless they wanted to settle down
Yeah,
on a spot.
I think he's going from like Canada to Japan. Like, there's a couple different places that he's going to. So I'm still excited for it, and it's coming out soon, like next month, month after next, something like that. I'm super excited for that.
I can't imagine Wolverine walking around an open world area just casually doing whatever.
And like the only way I could
Like,
see it work is if it's like God, do you remember the Hulk game
yeah,
a couple years ago where it was like Hulk
that's like 2 decades ago.
yeah, Unleashed or something where it was just open world Hulk game.
I love that one.
That was fun. Like that's the only way I could see it working is like you're just Wolverine, you take out your claws and you just start scaling a building. That would be fun. But more onto what I think is the topic of the show, which I think is going to be really really interesting, is the infrastructure for discless media going into video games in the next 2 years, year and a half. Of everyone's wanting to go discless, they're gonna stop doing that. They're doing just codes, blah 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 blah. Um, but as we saw last week, I don't know if you saw it. Um, like because I was trying to play Xbox games today and I couldn't. Um, Sony went down for I think it was like 24 hours or something. So like if you wanted to play any of your games on Sony, you couldn't if they were all downloaded because
Does it
the
have like an online check?
yeah
Oh my god.
yeah so like you couldn't play anything at all if you downloaded it, and I ran into that issue today with Xbox has been down today for about 15 hours, and today is July 27th at about 6:30 p.m. So and I was trying to play with a buddy earlier today because he was off work and I was off work, and I was like, "Oh, we could play some Gears Reloaded just for old times' sakes, just to mess around with it." And we both went to load up the game, and it wouldn't even load. It wouldn't even launch on my PC. Um, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's weird for Gears." So I tried the new Halo campaign evolved because I've just been playing through that because Halo is fun, and it wouldn't launch there either. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's my PC. Try to get it to launch on the Xbox. Still nothing. So I don't know if the world is as ready as everyone thinks they are for this new diskless uh generation that we're going into. Um, they're everyone's trying to be Valve, it seems like, and they are not Valve by any stretch of the imagination. Uh, but it's got me concerned. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on the dis Sony especially trying to push diskless media, but
They need to have some kind of backup plan for if servers go down. Like that's unacceptable that you can't like play something if the servers go down. I understand multiplayer online
that yeah,
things.
I'm
But if you're playing like the single player stuff, it should be fine. Like you should just be able to do it. Nintendo kind of has solved this with a like every 7 days it will check for the NSO thing
I didn't know
that they
that.
have. So um it's to make sure you still have your subscription
Right.
basically. But it lets you download it fully, and then it will check every so often to see if you still have it. So you could technically get like 7 extra days if you're not online playing
Oh,
the NSO stuff, but
I
that's the virtual console
yeah,
stuff.
I I know that they're trying to keep it like they're doing it so that like it keeps piracy down and like every other excuse in the book to really get it under control, and I understand that from a business point. But what's the point of buying now? You're very fuzzy, by the
No,
way. um
I'll look at my settings. Well,
but uh I even if it's just a campaign for like if I go and I buy GTA online, or not even GTA 6, and I spend $100 on this game, and I just spent like I'm buying a console literally just there you are. Buying a console, whoa. Super zoom in. Uh if I'm buying a console just to play GTA 6, and I'm one of the average gamers, I don't play many video games. So I'm buying, a 6, 7, or 800, maybe even a $900 console, depending on where you're buying it from, buying it used or buying it brand new. And then I'm spending another $100 on GTA if I go to play and I can't play it because I have to be connected to the internet. You're just killing the hobby even more. You're gonna make less money because, especially, I know we're enthusiasts. We spend money on PCs and Steam and Valve and all what we can. But for the people who have one console, play one game or two games a year, um, you're gonna lose a majority of that audience, which is unfortunately, I would say anywhere from 70 to 80% of most gaming audiences, like especially the Call of Duty people or the GTA people. Um, if they get online and they're like, "Oh, I just want to hop in and play some campaign," and they can't because the servers are down or your infrastructure has collapsed because I don't even know. I haven't read super far into the Sony stuff, but I guess they got cyber attacked. I would really assume that's what it is about, and if that's all it takes, that's kind of worrisome for the future of video games as a whole, I would say. I don't know. It seems like we're like the best advice I can give people is just to go PC. The more and more the news comes out about Xbox and PlayStation just being dumb for the
yeah,
average gamers. uh, do you think? Oh God, I guess this is the hardest question. Do you think Sony and Xbox are going to learn their lesson and maybe back away from this at all? Or do you. Yeah.
no, no, they'll double down. They'll keep going this way. There's like no money, I guess, in making discs anymore. Just gotta pay out the butt for limited run game stuff and
I wonder
deal with that.
if. Because I know I didn't get a physical edition because I got the digital edition, but thinking about the Super Mario All Stars 3D pack and how that had a limited run, I wonder if that was what, 3 years ago, 2 years, 3 years ago. I want to say when it was N64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. Um, I wonder if people saw that and was like, "Oh, we can just throw." I don't know, if they would really do this, but if they saw a limited run item like that and be like, "Oh, okay, we can do this." Ooh, excuse me. Maximize the sales, and then just stop doing it. but I don't know.
They don't really have like a disk drive.
Yeah, well, that's yeah, because even thinking about the newest Series X, that just came out, the 2 terabyte version, also doesn't have a disk drive, which is also a bummer because thinking back, like I remember the entire like big thing about the PlayStation 2 was that it plays DVDs too, you know, uh, and I don't know, man. I'm super worried about um where the industry is going to be in the next 2 years, year and a half. I can't even think about 5 years from now. Whenever the new Xbox and the new PlayStation 6 is out, either.
Yeah.
I think the only, the only thing, I don't know about you. I know the only thing I'm going to be interested in keeping up with is probably Nintendo, depending on how everything else goes. Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's unfortunate. But I mean, I don't even have an Xbox or a well, I do. I don't have a PS5. So it's kind of like whatever. We saw this coming
Yeah, months.
when Xbox was just like we're just going to make a digital only one, and it's kind of like, well, I can see
See where everyone's
I see
going.
what's happening here.
Uh, yeah, it's a little scary for the average gamer, and uh, I don't know. Like if this was any other hobby, if I didn't have so much time into building PCs or just gaming in general, I don't. I think I would just stop playing video games, honestly, and do something else. Maybe go touch a little more grass. um, but yeah, that's the biggest kicker right now is just not knowing where the industry is going to be at in the next couple of years. Um, and not to mention that they also, like Sony also went down uh, in the middle of all the backlash about being digital only. So that's what makes me think maybe they got cyber bullied, is what I'm going to say, into being like, hey, this is why you shouldn't do this because Sony is,
Yeah.
if anyone's ever kept up with anything uh, outside of normal video game stuff, you know that the Sony Entertainment Company, or PlayStation very particularly, uh, has had many more outages than Xbox over the past 15 years or so. They've gotten a lot better about it, but it's been much worse. But besides that, one good. Let me see if I can't find it real quick. There's not an exact date and month yet, which I've been lied to. Um, but the have you ever played The Witcher?
No.
Cool. We're in the same boat. So this is definitely on my bucket list. I know I need to play this. I had an ex who was very, very deeply into this game. She sunk probably 120, 130 hours into Witcher 3 and the DLC for it. Um, but there is a new DLC coming out for The Witcher 3 in 2027. It doesn't have a month or an actual like date, but we do know it's coming out in 2027. It's going to be for PlayStation 5, Series X and S, and PC, of course. It is CD Project Red. and co-developed with Fool's Theory. I don't know much about them.
Full theory.
Fool's Theory.
Fool's theory. Okay. Wait.
Let's take a look real quick.
It's when did Witcher 3 come out? Like 2017?
Oh no.
No, yeah, 2015. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
10 years
been
later to have a DLC is pretty wild.
so Fool's Theory is uh 7 The Long Days Gone and an upcoming remake of the first Witcher game. That's interesting. I didn't know there was a remake. But it looks like they're mostly a support studio. They do have 2 games of their own. So they had a game in 2024 called, oh god, I don't even know how to say that.
There's Thaumaturge and 7.
Yeah, the Thaumaturge. That's a crazy name.
Thaumaturge.
It looks interesting. It
I know
also
how to say I know how to say that from D&D because Wizard would get Thaumaturgy.
uh I've never even heard of that, but it came out in 2024. It's an RPG, blends detective elements with supernatural fiction in pre-World War One Warsaw. That's interesting. So go check that out if you haven't. But
I like the idea of games that are 10 years old getting DLC
I mean,
much later because it's like if you're gonna have to wait 10 plus years for a sequel of your favorite game, I would like to see it's like the Majora's Mask where you take the assets and make a completely new game just to get it out there. I mean, it's taking too long for games, man. Like,
yeah, that's. I mean, we could dive into a little bit about that, honestly. Of I I think I know we'll probably never get back to it because everyone wants it to be as realistic and as amazing and fidelity and blah 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 as possible. But one I miss 2 to 4 year dev cycles. Like I miss the 360 era dev cycles of like we got Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, World at War, Black Ops 2, all on we got like 8 different Call of Duties on the 360 era, and that was like a span of like 5 years, 6 years. And even like thinking about Gears of War, and that we got Gears of War in 2006 with the release of the Xbox 360. We got Gears of War 2 in 2008, and then we got Gears of War 3 in 2011. Like those are the dev cycles that I really miss because I feel really bad because everyone's crunching to get games done, but I couldn't imagine a Bethesda game not taking 10 years now. Or even thinking about The Last of Us Part 2 and how long that took, and I know that was cuz that was the PlayStation 3 all the way until the basically the end of the PlayStation 4 era for that cycle. That's also another like 10 years worth of development. Not including the remakes and the remasters that they did, but I I'm so ready for a new step, not forward but backwards, and the not everything has to be this amazing open world, amazing fidelity. Like, yeah, make games look good, but like, you know what I mean? Just
Mhm.
I miss.
I-
Like, we can't all be a Kojima. Like, let's just be honest. Not everyone needs to be a Bethesda or Kojima and just multiple years worth of development. Like, I think that's why I'm so enthralled with Resident Evil. I think Resident Evil's got a really good pace for how they're doing stuff right now.
Yeah, I think they do. They have like an A team and a B team, so they can get things out a little faster.
Yeah.
With some high fidelity stuff, it's still, but you know, I'm okay with losing graphics, guys. I'm a retro guy, anyways.
Yeah. Uh, just
Just to crank that out. I shouldn't have to wait. Even Nintendo, I shouldn't have to wait 10 years for a new Mario game. Like Odyssey is either reaching that or is already past that.
because
Let's
Odyssey
see,
came out in because Breath of the Wild was the Switch launch, so
2017. So next year,
next year,
10 years since the last 3D Mario game,
yeah,
and that's
that's that's
we're getting to the point where kids that like, I mean, with us, we had multiple games in a series to attach to,
yeah.
love and grow with, but now kids only get one game and then they forget about it. They won't care
Yeah, it's like I
because
played that
it's
when I was
like,
like 4 or 5.
yeah, I played Mario when I was 10. Now I'm 20. I didn't have anything else to like latch onto.
I had Fortnite,
Yeah, I had Fortnite for 10 years. 20 years. How old is Fortnite
and
now?
I'll respect Fortnite for what it's done for the industry and the like genuine
2017.
change that like it made. I think it was a nice change up, but I think the fact that everyone like that's always the problem is that everyone really jumped in and tried to dive in and follow that. And I think that's kind of killed the game industry, or especially the way that we look at games now. Of oh, okay, so like you're not giving me new content every month or every month and a half or every 3 months, so this game's dead to me.
That
Like
too. There's also that where it's like people talking about how, oh, so the game died and it's just a normal release of a game.
schedules, yeah,
Yeah, and it's like a single player thing. Like no one talks about it anymore. It must be dead, and then it dies.
like
In a way, yeah.
it's one thing I'll never.
It's like two sides of the same coin of me complaining about not enough games, and then I'll complain about Fortnite having too much content and just taking
It's
over,
like,
and
yeah, it's like, oh, okay, but this. I think that's the one thing I can jump in and God, Matt not being here kind of sucks because he jumped into like game. I don't want to say game development, but he was definitely into like making game modes in Fortnite and kind of game development, but not on like the back technical end. You know what I mean? But he would use their like creation tool and make game modes inside Fortnite. But if Fortnite and that kind of play style isn't your type of gaming, it's not nearly as fun for the people who's not. Like there is a big community around Fortnite, but like there's people who are like us and I know like my daughter she really likes visual novel games like oh god, what is
talk about Ace Attorney
Ace
was one.
Attorney, like yeah, stuff like that. And Fortnite can't really I mean, I'm sure if you got people who are good enough, you could make something like that or similar to it. But I don't want to see an Ace Attorney that has Master Chief yelling at Fry from Futurama. you know, like I enjoy original stories and creations, so I feel like I'm going in a circle or I'm not getting the point across that I want. Of just there's so much that can be changed and done. So, I just miss old game cycles, even if it is just a little crunchy for the developers. And I'm sorry for that for them, but Ooh, excuse me. I had some pizza and now it's coming back. Just that game cycle of getting multiple games just a little quicker in repetition. I think that's why I fell in love with Zelda so hard that I did, because we had Ocarina in '98, Majora's Mask in 2000, and then we had Wind Waker in 2002 or 4. It was one of those two. 2003. I was so close. But yeah, like there's not enough besides Assassin's Creed, I don't and Call of Duty. I don't think anything's really coming out the way that it used to, or at least every couple of years instead of every decade. Cuz I
Yeah.
mean, like we were talking about last week with all the fallouts that are supposed to be coming out. I'm expecting those to come out within like I would assume that like you put them out like within a year of each other, but realistically, we probably won't see those three games for like 5 to 7 years in a span. Because I'm still like, one thing I know I'm waiting on is that Jurassic Park survival game that I'm super excited for. That was shown off like 3 or 4 years ago, and we have had very little information, no new trailers. It's just somewhere going
It
on.
it could have been quietly canceled, and we'll never know.
Yeah, and that's like, if it's canceled, it's canceled. It is what it is. That just sucks because I thought that was gonna be a really good game. Um, but yeah, I think the industry is in a where. Do you feel like the industry is going back into the video game collapse of like the early '80s? Uh, oh God, what
The
is the
the
video
video game
game
crash,
crash? Yeah,
specifically the North American video game crash of, let's see, I don't 83. I don't think
it's
so. That one was just we might see like the end of AAA gaming, or quadruple A as they call it,
yeah.
in the future, like near future. It's because just I can't see it making enough money to be sustainable. Because like it feels like the market might be saturated for a lot of stuff. Like everyone's got their Call of Duty
Yeah.
that will play Call of Duty. They're not gonna. It's not gonna get bigger. Um,
Yeah, I don't think Call of Duty can get any bigger than it already is, honestly.
yeah. So it's just one of those.
Actually, you know what? That brings up a good point, because I was talking to one of my Gears of War buddies at work, and he and I were talking, like, we're old Gears heads. Like, we've been playing Gears 1 and 2 since they came out, and whatever, blah blah blah. But I was talking to him. I was like, "Do you think, like, I know it's gonna be a good game for like me, my wife, him, for like the different reasons of like they're bringing back Horde. There's a really cool looking campaign that's not open world, but it has a little more like diverse. Oh, you can go do like help out civilians like over in this area, uh, or like some other stuff, whatever." And I was talking to him. I was like, "Do you think it's gonna survive the first 3 months?" Because Gears of War is one of those games of it is kind of a required taste. But with the new one, we're really hoping that it brings in new people. Because it's a brand new story. You don't have to jump in. You don't have to know anything about the Gears series to jump into this game. Um, and that's super exciting. I think that's a good call for people. But like, it'll be one of those games, like, if you know the other games, it definitely adds to it, but you don't need to know anything about it. But it's like the multiplayer is the thing that will keep that game alive for months and years to come, and content and blah 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 blah. And unless you're Fortnite, I don't think that type of revenue is going to come the way that everyone expects it to happen. Um, if that makes sense. That made way more sense in my head than I feel like I just verbally said. But like I feel like all the games that we grew up with, besides Mario and Zelda, but like the Halos, the Gears of War, the Worlds, we're gonna take Call of Duty and just put this on a shelf by itself because that's just making money all the time, every day. Of like, oh, okay, we have these old games that we're super nostalgic for that are going. Everyone's like, oh, the games, it's the same thing repeating. Games are dead. They don't have enough content. Blah 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 blah. Um, and I'm just like, I remember when I would play the same like 8 Halo maps for a year and a half, and just it have so much fun with them. And that never really changed for me. And I remember the LAN parties and like I hate when it's became video games now have to be grinded. You have to grind for all the
Mhm.
content. Whatever happened to just I'm just gonna go jump in and play Call of Duty Black Ops with a couple buddies and shit talk some people and throw a tomahawk across the map and hopefully get a kill because that was fun. Like I miss the fun of video games. Like you and I played some very fun video games that make no sense that are just fun. And I feel like that's what's really missing in a lot of multiplayer games now, and especially the anything that has to do with shooting has become just a uh in my opinion a sweat fest. It's you're either the best of the best or you're dog shit.
Yep.
And I hate that because I remember playing all kind like I will never be good at Mario. I love Mario games. I suck at them. Hi Alice. One of my dogs came to say hello to me. Um,
Hello, dog.
hello, dog. Um, but like I miss playing video games for fun, and I think that's a big thing that's missed in the video games world now. Like I remember playing Call of Duty here more recently in the past couple of years with my daughter. Oh, okay. You okay over there? She is okay. Um, playing Call of Duty with my daughter just to play it and have fun. We didn't care if we win, lost, what our KD was. We were just having fun. And I know it has a lot to do with the people you surround yourself with, but I don't know. I feel like gaming is just so different than it was 10 or even 15 years ago. For multiple different reasons, but I got really sidetracked. That happens. But
It's okay.
like I was sitting there playing Subnautica by myself one night, and I was just like, I'm not having as much fun as I thought I would with this. Now, granted, Subnautica 2 is early access. There's a lot of stuff that's not there yet. Um, so we're just gonna run with that. But yeah, with I'm I don't know. I'm kind of running in my own circle. What do you think the video game industry needs to either fix some rights or wrongs or to get back on track? I guess is a better way to put that.
I don't know. I don't know. It's as much as I want to say, just go back 20 years ago during just peak gaming. I don't know.
Back
The
to the
ship
Xbox.
sailed and everything else. Yeah, like Xbox and stuff. I don't know how you could like put the genie back in the bottle, really, type of thing.
Make 3 wishes. I think that's the only thing we can do. Um,
Um, I'm hoping the indie scene gets better, I guess, and fixes everything. It's
I
already really good,
Yeah, I was about to
but
say I feel like the indie scene has besides this I've seen it more now in the last, I don't know, like week or so. The more like friend slop games are uh I think really fun. Of like uh, Repo is still forever fun. I That doesn't even matter. That's still full of hilarious moments. Um I got me and my daughter and another friend of mine, and I told you to play it as well. The Crazy Gorillas or Goofy Gorillas. Like that game is so simple, and it's just recess for people
mhm.
like us. All like you can go play tag with dodgeball, like just the dodgeball, and just throw it at people, and it's so much. It's so stupid. But we played that game for 3 or 4 hours just straight. Same map, same thing, just doing it over and over. And I think the more games we get like that, the better it's gonna be. Besides our single player games that we play for ourselves, but uh, I
I
think
would
that.
love to get more games like that, not just friend swap, but like more straff tats,
Mm-hmm.
more. I don't know. It's just, and I hate it. Like most of these games just kind of get buried over other games,
Right.
and it's hard to find the good slop,
The good slop.
as
That's
they
yeah.
say. Like I didn't even know about that Gorilla game, and it came out like
Years ago. It's
2 years
old.
ago or
Yeah.
so, and it's kind of like, well, shit. And
And
it's like how it's
it's
kind of like
so
how my game didn't get any traction either. So it's kind of like I understand a lot of devs struggle with this, but then we get like a Balatro, and it's just a card game, and it
it
explodes, and it's
explodes out of nowhere. That's the entire reason I found the Goofy Gorilla game was just like I was just going through Instagram and I was just going through my normal stuff and I just saw this guy playing this game, and it took me an hour and a half to figure out what game it was. Like I had to go in, use like my Google AI Gemini to like circle it, figure out what game it was, and do a whole bunch of other stuff. And I finally figured it out. And I was like, "Oh, cool! It's like $3 or something when I bought it." And like it's just I'm starting to realize like the games that make you feel like we did playing the okay, we're gonna play this game. It's only a single player game, but when I die, I'm gonna give you the controller. Like it brings such like those moments of like it doesn't matter if I'm really playing this game to have fun. I'm experiencing it with my friends, so that's all that really matters. And I feel like that is one thing that we've really lost in more recent games of there's just no more genuine fun to be had. And maybe I'm just missing games. If anyone has any suggestions, please leave them down in the comments or something. Because I'll play whatever you want me to, honestly, or I'll at least give it a shot. But like coming when we went over to your house and I played Silent Hill and Silent Hill 2 for the first time. Like that brought me back to such a sense of as dumb as it sounds, even though this is exactly what we did. I'm going over to a friend's house, we're gonna play this game, and we're just gonna experience it together. Like I miss that kind of feeling in most modern games, and I guess part of that's because, everything's online. We don't have to see each other or be at each other's house. And I mean, we're adults now. I miss being a
I was gonna
child.
say a lot of it is probably just like we're old,
Yeah, we're just old.
and yeah, we don't have time just to hang out anymore. We don't have nothing to do.
Yeah, responsibilities.
Yeah,
The only goal is to become a millionaire and just buy a big enough house to where we can all live in it and play video games together.
that's right.
Yeah. But I mean, besides that, there's not a whole lot that I've seen going on in the news besides Witcher DLC, um, the Fallout stuff. Uh, oh, oh, um, I'm excited about this. If Xbox actually works after today, um, the Xbox backwards compatibility for PC. I'm super duper excited about this. They only started with 4 games, um, which was hold on. That is not how you spell Xbox. PC. Here we go. So it's 4 games. It's Crimson Skies, and these are all original Xbox games, not 360. They're just Xbox games. Uh, Conquer Reloaded. I've never played a Conquer game. Terrible, I know.
You should.
I know. I know. I have failed many people by saying that statement, but
Con- uh,
um,
Conquer Reloaded is probably the worst way to play that one, but it's fun.
it's just a remake of the first one, right?
Yeah, but they censored it.
Oh no, we're playing the N64 version. I'm gonna find it. We're gonna
The
play it.
N64 one is good. Like, yeah, they bleep out the word shit. Like,
That's terrible.
why would you do
Uh,
this? You're Xbox. You're Xbox. You're the adult console. You're the mature console. But the N64 is beating you on that?
yeah, that's crazy.
Come
That's
on.
actually a crazy statement. The other 2 games are Fusion Frenzy, which I remember having. I don't ever remember playing it.
We're seeing it on the shelf at Blockbuster. That's about it.
I remember having it. I never remember playing it. So that's just a
Apparently,
thing.
you got a sequel too
Did it?
for 360. Yep.
Huh. Look at me learning something new every day.
So I guess it's one of those launch titles that was just popular enough that they just were like, okay, we'll do another one. People maybe liked it.
Yeah, I remember hearing people talk about how hard it was, and that's about all I
The sequel,
remember.
the sequel's made by Hudson.
Oh,
What?
interesting.
I don't know if anyone knows about Hudson, but they're the Bomberman people.
Yeah. Did they make the first
No,
Fusion Frenzy?
no.
Oh,
Blitz
okay.
game published by Microsoft. Blitz game is wow, what a list. Best known for producing licensed games such as The Fairly Odd Parents, Bratz, SpongeBob SquarePants, and The Biggest Loser.
Interesting. Okay. The Biggest Loser is a choice, but I mean, hey. And the fourth and final game is a game that I've heard of infamously, never played. I always wanted to play it. Is Blinks the Time Sweeper. Uh,
I never played that one either.
yeah,
I got an Xbox really late. Because I got like the GameCube and the PS2 before I even touched an Xbox.
yeah, I had a game. So if my brother had, so we had each of, like, we had an
I might have
Xbox, we had a
rented.
PlayStation 2, we had a GameCube, but the GameCube was mine. Uh, or I guess you could say it was my mom's. My brother had the Xbox. I had the PlayStation 2 technically. But so they're like, I grew up with like Soul Calibur, Jack and Daxter. Um I
Hell
surpri-
yeah, Soul Calibur.
yeah, I love Soul Calibur. I surprisingly miss Sly Cooper, and I don't know how I miss Sly Cooper. Um I also missed Ratchet and Clank. Jack and Daxter was like my platformer. But like Blinks, there were a lot of Xbox games I missed besides like Halo because my brother had Halo, so we played that all the time. Um, Halo 2. I finally got an Xbox by the time Halo 2 came out. I do remember that. Um, I feel like that was super late though. But that's what drove me to get an Xbox 360. But like though I don't really have any like solid foundation with those four games, but it does get me excited for what um we can expect in the future. Like no one else cares besides a few Gears heads. I'm excited to be able to play Gears 2 and 3 on the PC so I don't have to like do the I'm streaming it from the cloud. That's actually from like my Xbox so that I can play Gears 2 and 3 on the computer because I don't want to get up and move to the living room to play Gears. Um but I don't know. Like I think the backwards compatibility is so nice because it's also just a form of uh uh oh god, I lost my train of thought and what the word was called. Um it's like a good archive, I guess, for like older games that we don't get to play anymore or don't have access to anymore. And I'm hoping that they'll eventually just kind of open all the catalog. I don't know if that's actually possible, but it'd be really nice to see.
Yeah, there's a lot of games locked behind the Xbox hardware.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Jet Set Radio Future is one that
Yes.
hasn't have a PC port or anything like that.
Yeah. Jet Set Radio. I
I'm looking at the list of games. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure all the Splinter Cells came to other platforms as well.
I think so. I think they're all on PC. I think most of them are not working though.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Uh, Voodoo Vince.
That
That's
sounds.
locked behind.
Oh, what's the zombie game? Ed the Zombie. Is that it? No.
I know what you're talking about. That one did get
It got remade, didn't
PC.
it?
Yes, I bought it for PC. It did not run well when I
Of
got it.
course
I
not.
guess my PC was like maybe too old. I tried. I was in that era where I had like a weak ass PC and I still tried to play things back then. What is that called? Is it Ed the Zombie?
No, no, it's not Ed.
No.
It's like
Xbox Zombie game. Stubbs the
Stubbs.
Zombie.
That's it.
And I did like it. I did like it a lot.
I remember seeing that game very particularly in like Game Informers and not being able to play it because I was just slightly too young, and my mom was still at the point of like, "Oh, rated M games are bad, no matter what they have to do content wise." And it's like it's a zombie game. I'm gonna be biting people's heads off. Uh,
Dino Crisis 3.
oh God, Dino Crisis 3. Zombie
In space.
dinosaurs in space. Yeah, it was. That's a. If you've never seen gameplay of that game, I highly suggest you go just look up like 10 minutes of it on YouTube. It's something unique for sure. um, but yeah, like there's just a lot that I think Xbox hopefully will kind of unban or choose to let go and release um after all this is said and done. But to my knowledge, that's all that I've got for today. Do you have any news that you would like to talk about?
I don't know. It feels like it's been kind of dry in the news a bit.
Yeah, it really has been. I've been trying to keep my ears to the ground, and it's just a lot of like I'm going through some of the headlines right now of just stuff that we've already gone over. Yeah, I mean, there's a. I'm gonna look a little more into it, but apparently Xbox is testing ad supported game streaming, so you can run ads while streaming from Xbox. I guess I'm gonna look a little more into that. That's kind of interesting, I guess, for those streamers who are streaming from Xbox. Um,
The way you said that, I thought it was going to be like they're just going to have an ad pop up on the bottom and right of your screen while you're playing. Which
uh,
I've known they talk about stuff like that before.
I would never buy an Xbox again. I'm just being honest. If they did that, I would never buy an Xbox. But yeah, that's about all the news that there is today. Guys, if there's anything that y'all want us to talk about or y'all have an interest in, please leave it down in the comments. I do try and check those week to week. Like I said, we are busy throughout the week. We are just your normal gaming dads and gaming people, so we still have day jobs. But I think that's gonna do it because we're just under an hour right now, so we'll call it here, and we'll see y'all next week, probably a Sunday or a Monday, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share, do whatever you got to do, and we'll see you next time. Colin, any words for the good peoples?
Could it be not gaming related?
Yeah, absolutely.
Go see Masters of the Universe on Amazon Prime. It's crazy good. Um, I want a sequel, so
Is it really that good?
those, yeah, it's good.
Oh, okay.
It's yeah, it's fun. It's really fun.
I might go do that with the rest of my evening then.
You'll hate it, like my other suggestions.
That's not how that works. All right, guys, we'll catch y'all next week. Y'all have a great day.
Bye.